I'm sorry, I didn't have my mic on. It's embarrassing. Um, so I feel like just most Christians don't display that in their lives, so it's kind of just like something I feel like all of us should work on. Like just displaying like love and everything. Like love doesn't have to be like I love you to someone or something like that, but it can just be like giving someone a compliment, like being like you look nice today, or like your hair looks good, your shoes are nice, your outfit's nice, or like just stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, before we even get into like how can we display them, like what, like feel like we should say what the fruits of the spirit are.
Yeah.
Galatians 5 verse starting in verse 22, it says, "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law." And I'm going to add verse 24 at the end here too. "And those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires. If we live by the Spirit, let us also keep in step with the Spirit. Let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another." And the reason I bring that up is before it even talks about what the fruit of the Spirit is, it brings up like almost like the anti-fruits of the spirits in the verses before it, which like is important because if like to know how you're supposed to live, we need to know what you need to turn away from too. So
Yeah, another thing about that is like the stuff that it says beforehand, it's kind of the stuff that in society nowadays we've normalized. Like it talks about sexual immorality, adultery, stuff like that, witchcraft, drunkenness, envy, like all those things. It's stuff that we've normalized in today's society, and like those stuff shouldn't be normalized if like we're told to be called to be a different way. Nobody's
sorry, I just saw my youth pastor. I just saw Stephen walk past. I think it was the Pope. That was
yeah,
pretty
what is
jarring.
that?
Pretty jarring. Gabby, do you have anything to say before I begin? Okay.
I'm sorry,
I think I
Gabby.
also want to touch a bit on what Austin just said about how like the things that we aren't supposed to be, the world has normalized. I can't think of the reference, but the verse that where Jesus said like basically said like if they hate you, they hated me first,
Yeah,
because the world hates the things of the Lord. And again, like as I said at the beginning of this, like these traits are literally just traits of God. That's why the world hates them so much, which I feel like is so like especially now, like the world is crazy right now, like
Oh, it
like
is.
insane, and
Especially
like
with like politics and like I know you don't like AI, but like
oh yeah,
the
I can start.
development of AI.
Hey, yeah, no, never mind.
That could be a
Anyway,
different podcast.
but I think like even now, and like the fact that like we like people like the fact that these like traits aren't just things that people want to be. Like
Yeah.
like you have to fight like I don't
Like why do
like
people not want to be kind to one
I know, like why do
another?
people not want to be
Like
gentle? Like these are all such
I feel like everything's so like everything has like so much hatred inside of
Right,
like them,
yeah.
and it's like when they act out a certain way, like with kind, with love, with joy, like people look at you like completely differently. in
Yeah,
a
and also
sense.
like
Yeah.
having like self-control and not like raging out on people.
Right, and they want to call you different or
Right,
weird, and it's
yeah.
like, yes, I'm different. Like
We're called to
hashtag
be
Jesus,
Christians.
like
We're called to be Christians and worship him and not worship the world. So,
yeah. I go to I'm not gonna say the name of the school, but I go to a Christian school, and it amazes me every day how many like 'cause like I see so many like quote unquote like you could call them culture Christians, I guess.
lukewarm.
Yeah, not lukewarm, but I'm gonna use the word I'm gonna use the word cultural Christians
Yeah.
because like their parents are Christians, so they're Christians, but they're not really Christians. Like they aren't really following, Christ's example or Christ's path for their life.
Mhm.
Like and it just amazes me how many people say they love Christ but don't act like they love Christ.
Yeah.
Like that's something we've been talking about a lot in my school and like my friend group about okay, we all say we love Jesus, we need to act like it.
Yeah, that's like something I was gonna bring up. Like most of us are in like a student role for like ministry, and like we preach about stuff, but like, are we always displaying what we preach, or like even preachers you hear online, are they really like displaying in their personal lives what they see? And like the stuff that we should just be displaying are the fruits of the spirit. Like that's all we really have to be displaying and not being like hypocritical. And the fruits of the spirit like help us not be hypocritical.
Like how many pastors that I've seen recently that have fallen.
Yeah.
It's not I don't think scary is the right word for it, but it is definitely it's a bit shocking,
Yeah.
to see people who that actually makes me think of so the circuit riders, they have if you guys aren't familiar with them, they're a missionary group out in Orange County, I think Florida, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, they're a missionary group in America focused on young adults and youth ministries. They have this sermon series called Monday Nights, and I watched one. I keep coming back to it actually because it's just so impactful to me, but it's called The Death of Dominance. And actually something that the speaker Nick Brent touches on in it is like I can literally like quote it like he literally says like if you are like on a pulpit preaching, or if you're in like like a leadership position in ministry, but you're struggling with like pornography for example, like get off the stage.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like step away from it, because you cannot lead other people to Christ if you aren't even following him.
Yeah.
Like it's like it turns into like it's like it turns like it's a literal battle for your soul. Like he literally says that. Like get off the stage. This is a battle for your soul.
Yeah.
Like stop.
I know like a pastor that like got saved while he was in a pastoral position. Like you shouldn't be saved as a pastor. You should come to a pastoral position already saved.
But
I think we should go into like
yeah, we need to actually get into the fruits of the spirit. Starting with love. Austin, you talked about that a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah, kind of just like loving one another doesn't have to be like I said, like I love you, or you don't have to be in like an intimate relationship to love someone. Like you can love every single person, and like love isn't just you like displaying affection or stuff like that. Love can just be like respecting one another and like not discriminating against others because of how they look, like other religions. Like as Christians, we're supposed to love everyone and not just Christians. So if we're not loving, like, say, Islamic people, LGBTQ, or, like, anyone like that, we're discriminating and not going, like, with Christ tells us to be.
You kind of just pointed to exactly what I was going to say. I think it's, like, love putting others also kind of before, like, in front of you, you know?
I also think that, what was I going to say? So like I have two very close friends who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm gonna say it again. I have two friends who like are like I like consider them very close friends. They're part of the LGBTQ plus community, and I know so many, because again I go to Christian school. I know so many people who shun them and like refuse to talk to them and treat them like they're horrible people.
Right, when they're really
not.
not.
They're not horrible people. I'm not saying that they are horrible people, by the way. I didn't hesitate because I'm like, well, they are actually. I'm not. But, like, just because we obviously don't agree with their lifestyle doesn't mean you can't show God's love to them.
Right.
And, like, again, like, you don't need to like someone to love them. I do like them. I do like those two people. But, like, again, like, you don't need to like someone to love them. You don't need to agree with someone's lifestyle to love them.
Yeah, like, especially with politics, like, wow, you're Republican, wow, you're Democratic. Like, just bringing up those two topics, it's just, like, just because someone votes for the opposite side doesn't mean you have to, like, not like them or love them at all.
I was going to, like, go from, like, a personal perspective. My sister, like, we're different, like, sides, you know? And, wait, I was going to say she doesn't show love, even though I'm supposed to be talking about showing love. But I still show love to her. You know, we have very differences, and there's a lot, like, oh, my gosh, what was I going through with this? Pretty much show love no matter what. Jesus loves you. I love you. You know, like, it doesn't matter if you guys are different. I was, like, going to say something, I swear, but, like, my brain stopped.
It was still real, though. Jesus does love you. And also, like, it's so important to realize that, like, if you don't love people, you cannot show them joy. You can't be peaceful. You can't be patient. You can't be kind. Like, all of the rest of the fruits of the Spirit literally stem from love. Yeah. If you like, or even that passage, there's
another. I feel like that's one reason why it's first.
There's a passage, and you guys can keep talking. There's a passage I'm gonna look for in 1 Corinthians that talks about that.
Gabby, if you want to go into joy, you could. Like, I feel like joy can be everything. Like, joy doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm having like the best day in the world, like best day in the world, like. I thank God for that day. Like you.
I found it. Okay, well, I'm gonna read this. This is again about love, but after this we can keep going. Okay. 1 Corinthians 13, starting in verse 1. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I'm a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith, so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. I'm going to skip down to verse 13. It says, "So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of those is love."
Yeah, that's really good. Especially like how it even says it's love isn't these things, and that's what it's mentioned like of what the fruits of the spirit aren't. It literally like goes hand in hand together.
With that being said, you want to get into joy?
Yeah. Let's hear it, Gabby.
Let's freaking go, guys. Joy. I feel like joy, people like try to put it specifically, like base it on like, oh, I'm so happy 'cause my grades, or I'm so happy 'cause
Yeah.
soccer. Like I feel like joy can just like be waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, like just being here.
Like it doesn't even matter if you have like a bad sleep. Just like waking up is a privilege that so many of us take for granted.
Exactly. We're just like, I don't know. I'm a joyful person, but like
Yeah.
I don't know like how to like. You
I mean,
guys know like.
I feel an
sorry.
example could be like every single time you like pass a test, let's say, like, oh, thank God. Why aren't you saying thank God when you get a 33 on your test?
Yeah.
Like, you should thank God in all you do. And when you start to like thank him and love him for who he truly is, like you start to feel his joy even in the worst days that you have.
Yeah. I feel like the joy of the Lord is such a supernatural thing that we
Yeah.
take for granted. Like like the joy of the Lord is more than literally like the happiness you feel after passing a test. Like the joy of the Lord is greater than that.
Yeah.
Like the joy of the Lord is just like in my mind, so it's the ability to like you could be facing like I'm trying to think of a more personal example. Like I struggle a lot with my mental health. That's like just a big personal struggle of mine. And like for me, like the joy of the Lord is me facing like some of the darkest days in my like entire life, and facing it knowing that God is with me, and because of
Yeah.
that I have joy.
That's good.
Like it's like I'm like it is a daily struggle for me to be joyful, just because of how like literally just because of like the levels of like my hormones and stuff. Like it is a daily struggle for me to be joyful, and I still manage it, and I know it is only because of the joy of the Lord.
Yeah, that's good. And I feel like that's something like bring into that most depressed people, like they don't seem joyful. Like, you know what I mean? Like the ones that aren't serving God with their all, like they're not very joyful people. Like they're the ones that sit in the back of the classroom and kind of just like stare off into space, if you know what I mean, or like dress quote unquote like emo or like stuff like that. So like if you have God, you have that joy.
Yeah. Again, like the joy of the Lord is literally like, again, like physically not being able to feel happy, and you can still feel it anyways because the Lord is there for you.
Yeah.
I feel like just going into church like every morning in a sense. Like even like this morning was a rough morning, and I just walked in and it's like I feel overwhelmed. I think just like I sense and like the joy, but like also his spirit. So I guess like his joyful spirit, guys.
And also like how joy could be like if we're the only examples that like people see as Christians, like why do they see us with a frown on our face? Or like why do they see us like walking around sluggish when we have a crown on top of our head that like displays all these things?
Yeah.
So like we should just be joyful.
It's just the thought of like if we're called to be different, but people look at us and we're the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
Like what kind of example does that show? And walking through your day with joy, that sets you apart.
Yeah.
And like people are gonna look at you and be like, I want to be happy like they are.
Yeah,
Then you can
I
tell
wanna
them,
have what they
it's God. Like
I've heard
God,
many
it's
people
God.
say like I want what they have. What I have is Christ.
Yeah.
So why don't you want what I have?
Yeah. And again, like I think just the idea of that like love connects to everything in here, joy does too.
Yeah.
Like all of these traits connect to each other. Like
In
they
so
like
many ways.
yeah, they really do. Because again, like if you aren't joyful, you aren't gonna have love for people. You aren't like joy brings peace. You aren't gonna have peace.
Yeah.
You're gonna lack. Like I could go on and on and on. Like all of these things work together. Like you can't have one and not have the other. Almost, I feel.
Yeah. I feel like you could go into peace off of that too.
You want to talk about peace? Go for it. Peace. Again, I feel like peace is another. I don't want to use this word lightly. It's another supernatural thing. I feel like I take for granted. I think of. I don't want to go too far into details. Actually, I can think of another example that's less like weird. Not weird, but a I don't want to say extreme either. That requires less explaining. This morning I was working in kids' church. Probably the most overstimulating experience I've ever had. We had 6 like screaming toddlers in a tiny room. Service was going over. Like everyone wanted to go home. Like it was just a lot. And I was literally I was sitting in a chair with this like baby on my lap 'cause he was falling asleep. And I literally prayed. I was like, God, I was like, please, 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 I need to get through these last 30 minutes. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I was like, but I just pray that you're with me. And like in that moment, like I just felt like things didn't actually get quieter. Kids were still crying, but I felt like the noise level almost go down slightly. And like I felt the weight of this child in my lap. And as I looked down, 'cause I was rocking them back and forth, they were falling asleep. Like they were like cuddling with me. And God is like, this moment right here is gonna calm you down. I was like, just the piece of holding him in your arms and being able to relax in this moment of overstimulation. And in that moment, like I felt such peace. Like in such an overstimulating like circumstance, like it was awful. It was awful before this point. But literally in the span of like not even like 5 seconds after I'd prayed that prayer, like this peace, literally like I felt my shoulders relax.
Yeah.
And it was just such a simple thing of literally just holding this child in my arms.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, this isn't that bad. It's
well, like,
not.
we always have these things, but like sometimes you have to like realize it and like call on God to like help you display those things. You know what I mean? Like how you were just saying, like you prayed, and like sometimes prayer is peace. Like getting into your word is peace. Like you can find peace in all the things of God and not in the world.
Yeah. I think it just also goes in with like trusting him too.
Yeah.
In those moments.
Knowing that like he'll get you through it no matter what. Yeah. That's good. And like peace kind of goes in. All these go with each other.
Yeah,
so
we can say the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again. Like all these things connect to one another.
like patience. Just like an example I saw today is like Kenzie, our youth pastor's wife. Both their kids were just screaming at Kenzie and like, Mom, we want food. Mom, we want this. Mom. And the whole time Kenzie was just sitting there and kind of just like being patient and having self-control at the same time. And it was kind of just like fascinating to me because I was like, if I was Kenzie, like I feel like I would tweak out every single day if I had 2 screaming toddlers like just saying, Mom, I need this, Mom, I need that, Mom, this, that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just crazy how like she displays the fruits of the spirit so well. And like that's something like I kind of want to display. Like that's a goal for me in my opinion.
Yeah. And thinking back to my example from earlier, like when I had actually prayed, I hadn't prayed for peace, I prayed for patience. I was like, God, give me the patience to get through these last 30 minutes. And what I was given was peace, but through that peace I could be patient.
Yeah.
Because my mind slowed down enough that it isn't that deep actually.
And like those 30 minutes.
Yeah. I was like 30 minutes is not that long. I was like, yes, the kids are loud. I was like, but I could be in such a worse situation than I am right now.
Yeah.
I was like, actually, it's fine. Like it's again, like through the peace that I received, I found my patience, and yeah, and patience is I think one of the hardest things on this list for me, because I'm generally not a patient person, and that just comes from my personality. Like I'm very much like I'm quite loud, and I'm naturally a leader, so and I micromanage things. So what comes
extremely.
So what comes out of that? Okay, well, all right. So what comes out of that micromanagement is if things aren't done the way I want them, like pretty much as soon as I say it, I'm like, okay, I'll just do it myself then, because it's not. I see it not getting done.
Yeah.
And really, I should just have the patience and the trust in that person to do it. But like seriously, like if I tell someone to do something and they don't do it right away, I'm like, I'll just do it. I'll do it right now and it'll be done. And I'm like, I can't do that all the time.
She's done that so many times to me, and every single time
When?
I just think she's mad at me.
When do I do
It's
that to
during
you?
worship practice most of the time.
It's not. Oh, it's not. I promise.
And I'm always just like, Katie's like mad at me.
I'm not mad. Now I feel bad.
No,
No.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, I also feel like kindness, like kind of how I talked about with like love earlier. Like kindness could just literally be you just being kind to someone. Like kindness will display love. Like we said, like all these just tying together. So it's like
I think kindness is like it's the simple things, right? Like
Yeah.
it's taking time out of your day to hold the door open for someone. It's like it's taking a moment. It's sending out a text or something, like letting them know that you're praying for them. It's telling someone at a different. It's like telling someone who's sitting alone that you could that like it's. There's a kid looking in through the window.
Why is Alex just staring?
I don't
at
know.
us?
Honestly, that was pretty creepy. It's like it's telling someone it's sitting down at a different lunch table than you normally do 'cause someone's sitting alone.
Yeah.
Like those are all and kindness doesn't take a lot, and being kind will make you more happy because because being kind is spreading joy to other people, and when you spread joy, you become joyful.
Yeah. I feel like these next three are like very like underlooked. Like they're kind of just like in a sense like thrown under the table or like not really touched on as much. But like having goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, like you could be faithful to like every single person, but like an example that I realized is just being faithful to like your boyfriend or girlfriend and like not cheating on them. Like, and that's something that for some reason we all like normalize. Yeah.
That's very normalized, guys. I think being faithful, especially in friendships,
Mm-hmm.
going like behind people's backs
And
like,
talking about them.
right?
Yeah.
Like that is not a faithful thing.
And
guys.
it's also
That's
a
not
sin. Like, you're
kind,
just
like,
gossiping.
right. It's not self-control, because low-key self-control also goes in with talking behind people's back, because when you sit there and you hear people, or with drama too, when you hear people talking, right, and you
Mhm.
gotta sit yourself apart from those people and
Yeah.
be like, nah.
And
I
it's
can't
so
do
hard
this.
not to get into that conversation because,
Yeah.
like, in a sense, everyone wants to know the tea. Like, you can know it, but you don't have to involve yourself in it.
Yeah. I don't want to skip over goodness
Yeah.
in this, like, goodness. Like, have you ever met a person and you're like, there's not a bad bone in this person's body? Like, they're just genuinely a good person.
Yeah.
And what I think about whenever I meet, because, like, there's a girl in my life I'm thinking of right now. I love her to pieces. She's my best friend. I literally love her. And what happened to your hat? Okay. Whenever I, whenever I have a conversation with her, I'm like, she is such a good person. Like that's literally that's the word that comes to mind. She's such a good person. And what attributes does she have? She's kind. She's joyful. She's patient. She's gentle. She has self-control. She's faithful. She shows love to people.
Yeah.
Like I think she's good. I think she's such a good person because she has all of these attributes.
I feel like that's one thing why goodness is like so underlooked in the fruits of the spirit. It's because like being good is being all these things. Like that's one reason why I think it is underlooked, because it's just like being good is displaying the fruits of the spirit.
Yeah.
Like that's being a good Christian is displaying these fruits and like not going with what the world wants and like in a sense gossiping or stuff like that, or like lusting after someone, because like lusting after someone goes in with like self-control, like having self-control not to look at someone like this or to do an action like this. Like it's pressure. I feel like in the moment, like you know it's wrong, but also people are just like, but I'll just repent and it'll be okay. But
Sorry, that makes like,
that's what Pastor preached
oh
on.
my gosh. I'm trying to think. Frick. I'm sorry, guys. No, wait.
We can take a sec if you need.
I gave her the
Alright.
mic for nothing. I'm just joking. You said something that was a really interesting point, but I don't want to get into it until after we finish getting through these. We touched a bit on faithfulness. I agree. A great example of faithfulness is literally just being good to your boyfriend / girlfriend.
Yeah.
Being faithful to your
Or
friends.
even like husband and wife.
Yeah,
or
husband and
like-
wife. Although I'm gonna guess not many of you guys watching this are gonna be married.
Yeah.
Probably.
You never know.
And I also think like to be faithful is to follow these traits, to follow God, stay
All
on the
these,
path He
like,
has for your
bounce
life.
off each other.
Yeah,
So
again.
you can't have one and not have the rest.
Yeah, we can say that until we're blue in the face. Seriously though, gentleness. Gentleness is one I honestly don't think about a lot, and it's 'cause naturally I'm not a very gentle person. Like I'm not very empathetic, and I'm just gonna.
I feel like I can like agree. Like,
I know what you're saying.
And I feel like I can talk like especially like as a woman, as a woman in the church.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman in the church who is not extremely interested in having, this is going to tie back in, I promise. As a woman in the church, even though again I'm young, especially as one who's not super interested in having kids and therefore does struggle when having to watch them sometimes because I'm not naturally empathetic and I'm not naturally like it's difficult.
This baby crying and I'm just like,
yeah.
why are you crying, bro?
Yes, no, but real though. Like sometimes like I like in those moments I feel like I lack gentleness.
Yeah.
Because I don't like cause I'm like
I feel like that's something God's gonna help you with.
Yeah, but like when I'm spending time with these kids and like I watch them cry and I try to help them through, but there's just a part of me in the back of my mind that's like that's genuinely like, why are they crying? Like I it doesn't
well,
like
I also, that
like
also
it doesn't
comes
get
with, like maturity. Like I'm not
yeah
calling you immature.
no
but,
yeah
like,
and like there's a like it's difficult for me. I feel like it makes me feel less than almost because I feel like again as a woman in the church, you know, that pressure to just be a good mom, to be a good motherly figure. So I think I'm just speaking to like gentleness is hard and it's something we don't talk about a lot. And I feel like it's something that gets directed a lot towards the women and not as much towards the men. That being said, men need to be gentle too. Gentleness is more than literally just being gentle with other people.
Yeah.
Like you also need to be gentle with yourself. And like you need like
not cutting yourself.
Yes. Well I feel like I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. Steven's definitely gonna cut a lot of this out.
Oh yeah.
Gentleness is like gentleness is so much more than just your interactions with other people. Like I feel like it is again also how you treat yourself. Not beating yourself up when you make a mistake. Not not when you pray like when I pray sometimes I'll get so caught on the fact that I did something wrong. And I'll just be praying again and again and again. I'll be thinking like, I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did this like literally while I'm praying. And just that gentle rebuke of like, you know what, you make mistakes, you fall, and that's fine.
Like we're humans. We're not gonna
we're humans. And you need to be gentle with yourself to be able to grow and to be able to have these things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Am I just
ranting? We're just ranting. Right.
It's a rant, but it's a good rant.
I can't wait to see how much of this mixes in.
I feel like we could go into self-control off that. Like just having like self-control and everything, kind of like how I talked about. Like self-control is like not lashing out at people or like all those different things, you know. Yeah, I got you.
Can you continue? Wait.
Like how self-control can just be like, if they're just gossiping over here and I'm just kind of sitting here.
Oh yeah, we were kind of talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
And especially with lust too, like or smoking, drink, anything, any literally sinful thing, self-control falls into because when you're sitting there and
which like addictions do happen, and it's hard to have self-control with an addiction.
Oh yeah, for sure. Not saying like I understand.
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna say something there. Can you repeat what you just said? Self-control, like addictions happen. It's hard to it's hard to self-control. Okay, I'm gonna be a little harsh. I don't know. Obviously, there are real.
I'm talking
again,
like when you're in an addiction.
Yeah, when you're in addiction, it's hard. I know because obviously not any. I haven't been like addicted to drugs, but like addictions are hard. I know because I've been in them.
Yeah.
But at some point you need to tell yourself stop.
Yeah.
At some point you need like because you are never like. People can talk to you all they want. It's never going to end if you don't like if you don't man up and say to yourself, "Okay, I'm stopping this." Like today, the cycle is ending.
Inside the addiction could be like that.
Yeah.
But it can also be like I'm not gonna hang out with the friends that I used to that also do all these things.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to hang out with your friends that are smoking weed every day.
Exactly.
But
Thank
you.
Choose to. Thank you.
Like
yes.
You don't have to hang out with the girl that's like exposing her body every single day. Like
exactly.
You don't have to hang out with these people.
Exactly.
You choose to.
Yeah, you do not need to be around people. Like if you, and I say this carefully because we are all called to minister to people who are what's the word?
In sin.
Yeah, who are in sin, who are in the ways of the world. You're called to minister to those people, but I will never, because like LGBTQ plus stuff was a big thing I struggled with when I was at the beginning of my walk.
Yeah.
I had to stop talking to those people. I had to, because if I kept talking to them, I was going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I had to distance myself from them for a time until I was strong enough that when I did begin talking to those people again, I wouldn't fall into their ways.
Is like this Satan, or the enemy is like how I'll refer to it, because it's like kind of vogue to just be like Satan, but like the enemy will like tempt you with people he knows you're called to save. So like being around those people, to so to speak. Like, you were like struggling with that because he knew you were going to save those people. Like, the enemy knows your future, your past, your present, like everything. He knows everything. So he will try to bring up your past to try and shake you. So like, something I heard, I'm pretty sure McKenna said it to me once. Like, whenever the enemy brings up your past, you have to remind him of your future.
Yeah.
And like, it's not just his future. Like, he's living it day by day. And he'll live it for the rest of his eternity. So I feel like just coming back at the enemy for like reminding you of your past is reminding him of his future.
Yeah, I agree. But I think just like, if you guys get anything, I guess, take anything away from this, I think one of the things I want to say is number one, if you don't have love, you will have nothing else.
Yeah, that's
Like, you need love to have the rest of these things. Number two, like, all of these things are so, like, they aren't interchangeable per se, but one does not exist without the other.
Yeah.
Like, you need all of these things. And number three, like, it is okay to distance yourself from people. It's okay to walk away from situations.
Especially if they take you out of
Yeah,
your faith.
to work on yourself, for lack of a better term. It's okay to walk away from friendships and relationships, even if, like, 'cause like, even like, I can think of a friend right now in my
Yeah,
mind
I
who
feel like
like
we all
who like I feel like I want to bring her to Christ so bad. Like, I
Yeah.
really do, but right now I can't. I can't because I'm not strong enough in my faith right now. And if I hang out with her, I do
Could
bad
stumble.
things. I become a bad person. So I've been forced to step away from her for this moment, so that way I can work a bit on myself and my faith and my walk with God. So when I
Yeah.
can finally spend time with her, hang out with her again, I'm in a place more ready to help her. And that's fine.
Yeah. I like how you said that, because
Well,
like,
yeah, I kinda
just being on a firm foundation is like the strongest thing about your walk with God.
Gabby, do you
Look
have
like
anything to
something
say?
Sorry, guys. They said it all.
Sorry, Gabby.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like bits and pieces I could say, but you guys just summarized it all. So
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
I don't know. I just feel like going along with the fruits of the Spirit, I know we have to wrap this up, but like,
Yeah.
just putting on the armor of God, like, in the morning is also like really impactful, because like, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, if you wake up in the morning and you're like, today's going to be a bad day, it's going to be a bad day because you choose to make it a bad day when you first wake up. Like, I feel like you just have to speak life and like speak the fruits of the Spirit over your life before the enemy can try and speak something bad over
I
you.
agree. I can't think of the exact reference. There's a really good verse in Proverbs that says, like, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Yeah.
It's in your
Tongue is
words.
so powerful,
Yeah.
which we will get into one day.
Eventually, one
Yeah.
day. Well,
I think that's
think
all.
I think we've hit everything.
All right.
It was pretty. Yeah, these should be a lot more consistent now, I'm hoping.
Also, if you're wondering why me and Gabby are wearing this stuff today,
I'm technically wearing something.
oh, she is. Yeah,
Technically, see,
yeah. She's a Ravenclaw member.
I have the little album. I'm
Well,
Luna Lovegood.
Today is our Halloween costume party. We'd love to invite you guys out to our youth group. Well, I think that's all.
Yep. Stay juicy, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.